All right, so just reviewing the Fonday orange silica gel. So I do a fair bit of 3D printing, and with that, keeping the filament dry is one of those things that you definitely want to do. It makes the prints a little bit better. It is easier on the printer itself, and the prints turn out much better if you're using dry filament. So I've got a couple desiccant boxes that I refill with the silica beads. That's the orange ones here. And once the, and then I put those into my filament cabinet. Sorry, the dog is barking in the background. I put these into little containers that have holes in them, and then put those into my filament cabinet and leave them there. They're good for about a month and a half, maybe a little bit longer. We don't have a huge humidity problem here, but we do have some. So this definitely helps. And you can see this nice bright orange color. As they get wet, they turn into this kind of brown, this brown color. So that's how you know that you'll start to see the humidity slowly come back up. But once you see that brown color, you know it's time to swap them out. So I pour them into a different container. The cool thing about the Fonday silica gel beads versus like silica gel packs or some of the other things is this is rechargeable. So basically what I can do is I can put this onto a baking sheet and put it in the oven. And I don't know if it's on the box. No, but if you go to their website and just look it up online, it might be on the Amazon description, but you can basically bake these. Oh yeah, you can, there it is. So recharge instructions, so recharge by microwaves, or 7 to 12 minutes, or recharge in oven for 30 minutes to 2 hours at somewhere between 200 and 250 Fahrenheit. So if you have an oven that can go that low, most I think do. But yeah, you set your oven at, I generally set mine at 225, and I bake them for about an hour. And they turn back into this nice orange color, and then I put them back into the sealed container until I need to refill the jars, the silica jars that are in my print cabinet. So I've used the Fonday brand silica gel now for a long time, probably about 3 years since I started getting into 3D printing, and it's worked great. So if you had electronics or other things that are in humid environments, you needed to keep them dry. You're going through some of those other silica options that aren't rechargeable. This might be a great option to look at. You can put them kind of in any sort of container that will allow air into it, but not the beads obviously to fall out of it. So if you, like I said, if you had electronics or you had even food products, I guess, you could get these into a container, punch some holes in a lid, and it would do a reasonable job of pulling air out of or moisture out of the air that's in there. And then once they turn the brown color, you pull them out, recharge them, and put them back, and they'll do their job again. So I think it's a really good option. Saves me from throwing out silica bags that aren't rechargeable. And for the cost and stuff, I find it pretty cost effective to do it this way. So definitely recommend these. Like I said, specifically I do it for 3D printing, but there's lots of other applications as well. So thanks.